Another disappointing result again. Mamelodi Sundowns dropping 2 points. Another crucial points dropped. We could have, or we should have, wrapped this league quite early, like we used in the previous seasons, to avoid unnecessary pressure that we find ourselves in right now. Game day number 28 yesterday against Kaizer Chiefs, with them playing game day number 27. Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Kaizer Chiefs 1. Another disappointing result once again. Uh, I would say credit to Kaizer Chiefs, despite whatever the game it was, whatever the decision it was from the referee and the linesman. I think there is nothing much that we can dwell on. We've been complaining for quite some time with the referees, where we even hoped that the VAR by this time of the season it will be introduced, but it looks like it's coming next season. I don't know what happens behind the scenes when it comes to officiating in South African football or all over the world when it comes to the referees. Do they even go down and sit and watch the game? And what are the things that they could have done better? What are the things that they are taking away from the game, good or bad? So that this whole experience of them, or this whole journey of them officiating in the top leagues of football at large, they can be able to improve. They can be able to be recognized by the FIFA governing bodies for World Cups, AFCON, and all the tournaments in the continents, I would say. But it seems like they still have a long way to go. And South African Football Association also, they still have a long way to go. Nothing much on them besides that. I hope that we can be able to rectify the referees uh, when it comes to ruling everything. But yeah, I understand. Like Mangova said, that the game is speeding up. The pace is too much for them. So let's leave that to SAFA, leave that to FIFA if they will ever introduce the VAR in South African football. So going back to the game, firstly, Rowen Williams, for him to make that type of a mistake at that level, at this stage of the season, and the type of player that he is, that was clumsy. Let's just not sugarcoat it. That was clumsy. There was no need for him to kick that ball that way. There was Ukran Kekana that opened up for him. There was, I think it was Kulman Daman on the other side that opened up for him. Or clear the ball on the side if you kind of feel like your players, they are marked. If you see that your players, they won't be able to turn, or there's pressure that was being pressed, take the ball out instead of putting the ball back to play, and then still you're exposing your defense because they have huge expectation on you as the goalkeeper, as the experienced goalkeeper, Bafana goalkeeper, number one goalkeeper at the moment. But you make mistakes like that, and Miguel also can't even call you out the way that he did with Ukulman Ndamane when he made a mistake that costed us the points against Stellenbosch. He didn't hold back on him, but when the leader of the team makes some mistakes like that, he's busy focusing on the referees. Whereas also Ron Williams was supposed to be called out. That was crap from him. Secondly, on that game, uh Ndlovu was not supposed to finish that game. But that's, like I said, that's also part of the referee. Timbers one on that game, he was off. I respect him. He's our legend. But that game, I think we needed to start with Nuno Santos to just to keep the pace up, and then introduce Timbers one maybe in the second half when we see that Nuno is a little bit tired. I wished Marcelo Allende and Mukwena. And I think Mukwena is tired, but great shift week in and week out. As much as he's tired, but you can see that Tebogo Mukwena, he still wants to fight for the badge. He still wants to fight for the club and make sure that he does grind the results. He does grind the performance. But between him and Adams, uh, Allende, I wish they had a better communication in the midfield because I think that we were destroyed in the midfield, first and foremost in that game, especially in the first half. We were being bullied in our preferred territory, if I can put it that way, because Mamelodi Sundowns, that's their core. If those three players they blend in nicely, they play well, whatever on the sides, on the flanks, I think they can have a good game. They tried, but somewhere down the line, I think Chiefs was definitely capitalizing on the spaces that those three guys were leaving between the front line and the defense. That's why it looks like Ulebza is having like a great game, which yeah, he did because that's what he did. He capitalized on Mamelodi Sundowns' weaknesses on the midfield. It was rough, it was rugby, it was tough war. We can never run away from there. But it goes to what we got used to. That Mamelodi Sundowns, by the time the league reached at this particular stage, the league is done and dusted so that we can focus on care football. The way it looks, I'm not even convinced that we're going to win the Champions League. With the injuries that are there, with the fatigue that's kicking in, with the way that Mamelodi Sundowns is playing right now, it's not convincing. Maybe they will find some motivation, they will find some hunger for the CAF Champions League, but for the league, it's dead right now. And it goes to what as I'm saying that not everyone will agree with some of us as Mamelodi Sundowns, and they will call us whatever names that they can call us weak or whatever name that you may think of. But some of us are coming into realization that we have lost control of winning the league. Right now, Orlando Pirates, they don't have to do much to wrap this league. If you look at how they are playing, how they are going forward, yes, one will say this is a game of football. This is why we love it. There's a lot of twists and turns. But at this stage, Sundowns is not supposed to fumble at all at this stage of the season. Those mistakes that Rowen Williams made on giving away that ball at this stage, it was very unnecessary. That's what's going to get us punished right now. Because Pirates, if the Pirates, they got 3 games. If they win that game, they go level on points with us. And we are far behind with 7 goals on their goal differences. Which team is going to allow us to score 7 goals on the next game? We got Sewelele, we got Galaxy. Galaxy can be stubborn against Mamelodi Sundowns. We have seen that when it comes to the Nedbank Cup, they can be stubborn. Yes, one would say there's no guarantee that Paris will win all those games, but look at the opponents. Look at their style of play. And look at what would motivate Pirates to be ruthless. It's Mamelodi Sundowns dropping points at a crucial stage. It's Mamelodi Sundowns fumbling at a very crucial stage. But I think some of us, or let me say, I am coming to realization that this league is out of Mamelodi Sundowns' reach. One win of Orlando Pirates, and then they just make sure that we just score 1 goal. Just 1 goal in another 2 games. They can wrap this league in style perfectly because the goal difference now, it looks like it will come in handy. They don't need much, Orlando Pirates. Just win, or maybe you can say win the rest of the games. Mamelodi Sundowns, hopefully they will win the rest of the game, but still they must win with huge margins to catch up with Orlando Pirates. This season, we fumbled the league. we fumble the league. I don't know if we're gonna keep Miguel Cardoso next season, but I hope this is an eye opener to him when it comes to the league. Rep the league early so that you are able to concentrate on the CAF or any other competition that you're going to be competing in. Rep the league early. Shout out to you, Orlando Pirates. As much as it's hard to say, but Orlando Pirates stand a very good chance to win this league right now. It's out of Mamelodi Sundowns' reach. It's up to Orlando Pirates to fumble this league. That's it.